Now, hello, good evening, welcome. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening, welcome. Welcome back to nwAno. Welcome back to nwAno Friday live broadcast. This is where we discuss everyday family issues, society and culture, discuss about relationships, issues that many people have in their relationship and their families. Okay. If you're new here, just try and enjoy yourself. Just try and do what? Enjoy yourself. Just try and join us and participate in what we're discussing and what we're doing this evening. Okay, please let's get started. All right. Okay, in this live broadcast, we're discussing toxic people and 5 warning signs of emotional abuse. Discussing toxic people and 5 warning signs of emotional abuse. Okay, so the way it goes is this: there's a number on the screen. And this number is a +44 744 982 3876. That's the number to call to join the program. Okay, it's a WhatsApp number. You can call the WhatsApp. If you're calling outside of UK, just put the +44. But if you're in UK, you can call direct if you want to, or you can call the WhatsApp as well. Okay, like I said, welcome and good evening. Emotional abuse and toxic people. We're discussing toxic people and 5 warning signs of emotional abuse. Okay. Emotional abuse can be a sneaky and subtle form of abuse that is often, I say, is often overlooked. Many people overlook it. It's something that they don't really discuss much. They don't really talk about it much about emotional abuse because it's not physical. It doesn't have come with a physical injury. You understand? You cannot perceive it, can see it on someone if you look at the person. Okay, it can happen in any type of relationship. It can happen in any type of relationship, whether it's a romantic relationship or familiar or even in the workplace. It can happen anywhere in any type of relationship. You understand? So knowing the warning signs of emotional abuse is crucial to protect what? Your well-being. If you know the signs, if you know the warning signs of emotional abuse, you can use that to do or protect yourself from being victimized also. I get me. So we will go over all those 5 flags or 5 red flags of toxic behavior to help you identify emotional abuse so that you can take action towards a healthier relationship. Like I said, we're discussing 5 warning signs of emotional abuse. When you relate to toxic people, most times they will affect you. They will the way they will handle that relationship most times. They will abuse you emotionally to the extent that you might not even know that you are being emotionally abused. Because if you don't really know the signs, if you don't really know how they do it, if you don't really know that you are being abused emotionally, there's no way you can take action. There's no way you can know what to do. Do you understand what I'm saying? So You need to know the red flags. You need to know the five signs, those the signs of emotional abuse. We just pick, there are a lot of them. We just pick five that we want to discuss this evening. Emotional abuse, where toxic people abuse you emotionally. You understand? So we're discussing that this evening. And also, if you're watching us, I don't know where you're watching us from. We are live on YouTube, one on YouTube. We are live on one on Facebook as well. We are live on Twitter, one underscore JJ on Twitter. I don't know where you're watching us from. And if you're joining us and you want to contribute by calling in, you can call, the number is on the screen there, +44 744 9823 876. Just call to contribute on the join the program. You don't need to give your name, just call in and say what you want to say. Also, you can put on the comment section there, just put a comment what you want to talk about on the comment section. Okay, if it's related to what we're discussing this evening, I will read them out. Okay, so like I said, healthy relationship. If you're talking about healthy relationship are the cornerstones. They are the cornerstones of a happy and fulfilling life. If you're in a if you're in a healthy relationship, you can see that it looks so easy for you. Yes, it will just like, you have that happiness, fulfilling happiness, okay, which can even like affect your life positively if you're in a healthy relationship. But sometimes we find find ourselves in the toxic relationships where our partner doesn't treat us with respect. Okay. The abuser begins to lose sight of any valuable qualities the other person once had, or loses respect for them. Respect that you had before this person approached you. This person wants to be in a relationship with you. The respect that he used to give to you before, as time goes on, he start losing sight of that relationship, he's losing sight of that respect. You understand? All the valuable qualities that you had. The abuser will do what? They start losing sight of them. Okay? Remember, we're discussing toxic people and the five warning signs of emotional abuse. You understand? Okay. So if you go straight, just see that one type of toxic relationship is emotional abuse. One type of toxic relationship is emotional abuse. When you are in a toxic relationship, one of the issues you might have is emotional abuse. You understand? And emotional abuse can be very subtle and it can be very, very tricky to recognize. Like I said, if you don't know what is happening to you, it's going to be difficult for you to do what? To recognize that you are being abused emotionally. Okay? So we're going to look at those five signs now. The red flags, five red flags, or you can say five warning signs of emotional abuse. We're going to look at them now. Understand? Okay. Number one, number one, verbal abuse. Verbal abuse. These include yelling, name calling, constant criticism. Verbal abuse can greatly affect your self-esteem and self-worth. When I don't know, you know what I mean by verbal abuse. You know what it is. Okay? This person calling you names all the time. They keep calling you names. They keep constantly criticizing you. No matter what you do, whatever it is, they don't really like I said, they lose value all the qualities that you got. They lose sight of it, the values that you brought to that relationship. Now, what did they do? They start yelling. Every little thing that you do, they start yelling. You might even like, for example, you didn't do the dishes, or you forget something on the floor, or you misplace your clothes, or you came back from work and you put your clothes somewhere. Understand, because you're tired, maybe you couldn't remember to like pick it up and put it somewhere where it's supposed to be. This person will start yelling. They start calling you names, try to belittle you, try to like humiliate you as well. Sometimes anything that you do, constant criticism, they keep on criticizing you all the time. They criticize you all the time. All the time. They keep criticizing you. Understand? No matter what you do, there's always be criticism on their part. That's a sign of a toxic relationship. It's a sign of what? Emotional abuse. Because no matter what you do, this person will keep on like what? They're yelling, they're criticizing you all the time. Verbally, they calling you names. Every kind of name that they comes to their mind, they call you names. Just to make sure that they belittle you, to make you feel bad. You get me? That's number one. Okay. All right. Number two, isolation. Toxic people often try to isolate their partners from friends and family. Okay. This makes you more dependent on them and less likely to leave the relationship. They make you, they try to isolate you from your family and friends. And they try to make you depend on them. Makes you more dependent on them. Okay. What does this mean? Well, what are we talking about? We're discussing about toxic people and how they will do normally, how they normally do what? Emotionally abuse you in a relationship. Okay. Number two of that is what? They isolate you. Isolation. They try to like cut everything. You know what I mean? Like they will want you to like, you stop having, maybe getting in contact with your friends or going out with your friends, even your families. They will start try to cut them out from you. Some of them, they get to the extent of what? Try to stop you from working. If you're working, they will try to stop you from working. They will convince you. Like the toxic people, they know how to manipulate people, isn't it? They will manipulate you and tell you that you don't need to work, you need to stay at home and all that, to try to take your card, your bank card and everything. Don't worry, I'll be giving you money every month, or I'll give you money every week. If you want to go and cook, if you want to go and buy stuff, I'll give you the money. They will keep all the money, they keep everything just to make sure that you depend on them. You're going to be dependent on them. You understand? So that they will destroy you from that angle, because you don't know when you sometimes you when you need something, you need to buy something, or you need to send money home, or you need to send money to people, and when you need to buy something for yourself, you don't have any money because your money, or because you're not working. As you're not working, all your dependence is on him. You're depending on him, or depending on the person, or her, or whoever it is that you're in relationship with, for your upkeep. You understand? So because of that, they make you to depend on them, and with that, you don't have any say in that relationship. That's the way they do. Warning signs of emotional abuse. Signs of emotional abuse. That's number two. Isolation. They will isolate you. They will try to do what? Isolate you from your friends and your family members. Okay? That's number two. Let's look at number three. Look at number three. Number three, number three, the third way they will do what? They will abuse emotionally is neglect. They neglect, they neglect you big time. They ignore your feelings, not giving you attention or showing you little interest in your life or any form of different kind of neglect. They will neglect you big time. You you ask them, for example, we say that because you're gonna be dependent on them, okay? As you're dependent on them, they might probably ask them money for your clothing, or you ask them money for your upkeep, or you ask them money that you need money for something. They will neglect, they will abandon, they will just pretend as if they didn't hear what he said. They will forget about it. They will neglect. Sometimes they even travel without giving you any money or giving you anything. And they're gonna give you a little, maybe tiny something for you to like keep yourself, so that you're gonna be you depending on them, you will be frustrated. You understand? They will neglect you, they will not give you any attention. At home, the same way they will neglect you, they will not be, most of them, they will not be coming home early. They will just abandon your home. Or even if they're coming home, they get home, they will do what? They will just pretend as if you're nobody. They didn't see you. They will neglect you. Because of what? The value that you brought to that relationship, they lose sight of that value. If they lose sight of that value, what do? They lose respect for you. As they lose respect for you, they will try to do or manipulate you so that you become dependent on them. So now you are dependent on them. They will start ignoring your feelings, stop giving you attention, it's not showing you any interest. Okay? They start giving you attention. They stop giving you attention. They start ignoring your feelings. They start doing a lot of things just to make you feel humiliated. You understand what I mean? Okay? We are discussing about toxic people and how they do what? They manipulate you, or you can say the warning signs of emotional abuse. How they abuse you emotionally. And they will do what? Abuse you emotionally. Okay? All right, guys. If you want to jump in, just like put a comment section, you can call. The line is open. You can call. The line is free. Call nwAno now on +44 744 982 3876. Call now. The line is free. Okay. So still discussing on the toxic people and the 5 warning signs. We just done 3. I want to give you number 4. How they will manipulate you, how they will do what? Emotionally abuse you. Okay. And you might be in one of this relationship and you don't know that you're being emotionally abused. All right. I just want to give you those stuff so that you can know. Number 4 is control. Control. They want to control you. They they might try to control your behavior by demanding things from you, such as access to your social media accounts, or requiring you to ask their permission for certain activities. They will like have all the, I don't know, you are they just say, okay, we're using social media. Okay, they want to control all your social media account. Everything that is happening on your social media, everything that you do on social media, they want to control that. They want to monitor everything. They want to make sure that they know everything that is going on there. You understand? And they want you to seek permission before you do anything. Remember what we said at the beginning. We just said that they will do what they will try to they will try to neglect you. They will try to abuse you. They will try to isolate you. Okay, you know that based on isolation, they will want you to depend on them. You become dependent on them. Okay, now what they're trying to do is trying to control you because now that you be depending on them, you don't have any money. They're neglecting you, your feelings and everything. Now they'll try to control you now, and to try to control you. Whatever you want to do, you have to seek permission to do that. Most times you want to go and visit, maybe you want to travel, or maybe you want to go out, or maybe you want to go visit your friends, or you want to go to the church, or you want to go out to go and buy stuff, or not everything. You just want to do something, or you want to just go out on yourself. You need to seek permission from them before you go out. Okay? They will try to control you. They will try to manipulate you to believe that you don't have any say in that relationship. You don't bring nothing. Your value is nothing. You understand? Because they've already lose sight of your value that you brought into that relationship. As they make you now to believe that you are nobody, they made you already to believe that you don't have any say in that relationship. They made you to believe that as maybe you're not working or you don't have any money because you are depending on them to give you money for food, give you money for your clothing, give you money to do your hair, give you money to do everything, because that's the way they'll manipulate you for you not to do anything for yourself, so that you're going to depend on them. Now, as you're depending on them, you find out that at the long run, you lose your self-esteem. You lose confidence in yourself. So as you lose yourself, what will happen is this: they will control you. They will keep you under their control. They keep you under their control. You don't have any say in that relationship. You have nothing to say. Whatever you want to do, you have to seek. You have to seek permission. Whatever you want to do, you have to seek permission. Because if you don't, you might go out or you want to do something without letting them know, or if they didn't authorize what you wanted to do, you'll be in trouble. Maybe it's not going to be only emotional abuse again, it might be physical abuse. Then you receive a beating of your life. You understand? We're discussing about toxic people and the 5 warning signs of emotional abuse. Understand? I'm gonna give you the fifth one now. Okay. The fifth one is intimidation. Intimidation. This this can include threatening behavior, physical aggression, or even financial control. Remember what I said to you earlier. I said to you that if you didn't take, or if you didn't seek permission before you do something, and you go, for example, you went out without letting them know that you went out, and then after you come back, because they are in control, because they are in control. What normally happens sometimes is is intimidation. They will bring intimidation. Remember, they've already coerced you. They already let you know that you don't have value. You didn't bring any value to that relationship. You are dependent on them. They abuse you verbally. They call you names. Anything, little thing that you do, they call you names. They call you any kind of names, different kind of names. They tell you that you're nothing. Okay? Anything you do, there's always constant criticism. Then at long run, they will try to like isolate you from people around you, your friends, family members. Maybe you normally like going to church or you like going some places, go to library to read or something. That some things that you love doing. They will try to isolate you from that. Okay? They will do that straight away. Then at the long, they will see that they start neglecting you, neglecting everything that you do. If you are home, they will just do as if maybe you're nobody. They didn't see you. Throughout the day, they might not even ask how you doing. Because now what do? You are depending on them. You're depending on them for your upkeep, you're depending on them for everything. Because you are depending on them, they use the opportunity to control you. They control that relationship because that dependency might be because you're not working, you don't have money, because already at the beginning of that relationship, maybe they already like manipulated you and tell you that you don't need to work. They will take care of everything. As they're taking care of everything without knowing, that's the way they want to control that relationship, to control you. So along the line, what happens? They will bring intimidation. They start threatening you every time. A little thing they will threaten you that they were going to leave the relationship. A little thing they will threaten you that okay, this relationship going to be over. A little thing they will threaten you that they're going to beat you up. A little thing they will threaten you physically. They will start being aggressive physically. They start becoming aggressive physically, and all that. All of this is what signs of emotional abuse. All these things is gonna work. They're working on your mental health. They're working on your mental health. They're working on you mentally, psychologically. You you don't really know what is happening to you anymore. Psychologically, you don't really know what is really happening because it's a gradual process. It's something that is happening gradually. They're taking their time doing all of that just to make sure that they do what? They manipulate you and take control of that relationship. They manipulate you and take control of the what? That relationship. Okay. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? What do you think? What other ways do you know abusers use against their victims emotionally? I want you to call me now. I want you to put on the comment section. What other ways do you know that abusers, toxic people, they use to manipulate or they use against their victims emotionally? We're discussing about emotional abuse. We're talking about toxic people. This can happen in any relationship. It can happen at workplace. It can happen at maybe in marriage. It can happen in just like civil relationship. It can happen in any relationship at all. You understand? And I'm asking you, and I want you now to like I want you to interact with me. I want to hear your own opinion. I want to hear your thoughts. Okay. What other ways do you know abusers use against their victims emotionally? Understand? You can put down the comment section or you can call me. All right. Okay. On that note, before we continue on that, I want to recognize those that are celebrating their birthdays this week. Okay, before I forget. Right, we have happy birthday, Kemjika George. Happy birthday, Chi Baby Florence. Happy birthday, Lawrence Augustus. Happy birthday, HM Azi. And last, not the least, Victor Ochebu. Happy birthday, guys. Okay, I don't know what you wish yourself, but whatever you wish yourself, pray that God will grant your wishes. Okay, and then we have to play a jingle for you from nwAno.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Happy birthday, guys. Make sure that you celebrate your birthday to the fullest. Okay? Enjoy it. It's your birthday. So celebrate it and enjoy. All right. Okay. So you got a call. Hello, good evening. Welcome to nwAno.
Good evening. Sorry that I was a little bit on the transit.
It's okay. Just
So,
go
but
on. It's okay. No problem.
thank God. So, what we are discussing this evening, toxic people and
The
five
signs.
warning.
Signs. Warning signs
Five
of
warning.
emotional abuse. Yes.
Yeah. So, at least we all
Are you there? Hello. Yeah. Just your line is cutting a bit. Just if you can summarize it, just go straight away before.
But can you hear me
Yeah, I
now?
can hear you. I can hear you loud and clear. Yes.
Okay, what I want to say, the signs of emotional abuse, they are hypercritical judgment towards you. Understand?
Okay.
Two, they ignore
So you having problem with the line. Okay, we asking what are your thoughts? What other ways do you know abusers use against their victims emotionally? What other ways? Okay. Other ways they can try to hurt you emotionally is by constantly belittling and insulting you. When they constantly belittling you, they try to, they try to insult you in any way they can. They they want to insult you in any way they can. They belittle you. They, you know, yeah, hello.
can you hear me now?
Yeah, hello, yes, yeah. So
I said they are
go on.
go on, go on. I said they are very, very they can be intimidating That means they are full of intimidation, harassment, treating an adult like a child.
Okay.
Are you hearing me?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Insulting an adult in front of family and friends. Understand? They are very, very suppressive. So all these things, and they're equally manipulative. So these, to me, these are the emotional abuse.
So when you said
Yeah.
in front of, they will try to, what do you say about in front of friends, family and friends, they will try to
Yes.
intimidate you.
Yes, yes, they will try to insult you,
Okay.
insulting you. They will insult you
Mm.
in front of your family and friends. You understand?
Yeah.
So they're making so ridicule of you, making gesture of you. All these things are the signs.
So they try in
They
front of
also,
friends. They just want to make sure that make you feel that you're
in,
nobody. Yeah, you're nobody.
yes, belittle you in front of your friends, even your family.
Mm.
They're trying to belittle you, not knowing that try to treat you like a child
Mm.
when you're an adult. So harassment, they are full of harassing you all the time.
So when they,
So
for example, you might be discussing something, and when you try to say something, or when you try to contribute, maybe in front of your family or friends, then they will snide a comment
that,
or sarcastically remarks.
yes,
They will try to,
yes,
say
treat
something
you.
to undermine your esteem,
Uh-huh.
isn't it?
Yes, yes. Belittle you,
Mm.
doing as if what you are trying to raise up or the contribution is nothing.
There's
They will
nothing.
try to
Mm.
suppress. They will suppress you with their character.
Mm.
All those,
Just to
all
make
those things.
just to make fun of you in front of those people, so that those people will think maybe that you are not that you don't know anything.
You are nobody. Yeah, you are nobody.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah,
Oh
and
no.
they're full of hypercritical, always judging you towards everything.
Mm.
They're full of judgment. You understand?
Yeah.
Also, they will like to invade through your privacy. You know, everybody has his or her own privacy, but once you give them your own pride, they will try to underrate it, take it for granted. They
And
will try to jump over it.
in form of control,
Yeah, yeah,
they will
really.
try to control the control of that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so
So,
much. I appreciate it.
yeah, you're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Keep it on. Mm.
The line here is still open. It's just the gentleman just dropped now, so if you call now, you can go through. Okay. So, like he was just saying, he said that they will try to belittle you. They will try to insult you in front of your friends, or in front of your family members, or even in front of people or strangers, just to let them know that you're nobody. You don't have anything to say. You don't have anything upstairs. You understand? So they belittle you. Sometimes they use some sarcastic works, some sarcastic remarks, something like that, just to undermine your self-esteem, just to make you feel, you know, intimidated. You understand? We're just talking about signs of emotional abuse, toxic people, and the signs of their emotional abuse, the way they abuse their partners, or the way they abuse their people they're in relationship with, or the way they abuse you at work. It's not only in relationship, at workplace. Toxic people, the way they abuse you emotionally, the way they will do things. At workplace, you try to do something, you be doing as you're doing your work or something. The way they will talk to you, or the way they will let everybody in the office or in that gathering to just know that, yeah, you don't know what you're doing. Even if you make a little bit of mistake, they will just elaborate it and let them know that It's been happening for a long time. They don't even know how you got the job. You're not supposed to be there. They will try to belittle you. They will, emotionally, they will work on you big time. All of that is for what? Because that's the way they do. It's toxicity is inside of them. So with that, they all will do what? They will try to intimidate you. They will try to intimidate you all the time. All the time. And many people, you see that once they came back from work, some of them, because of working with some toxic people around them, the way they will feel when they come back home is, you can see from their demeanor, the ways, even their actions, the way even they are tired already. In the morning, for them to go back to that place is difficult for them. And you see them most times they start telling you that they're looking for a new job. It's not that the job doesn't pay well. The job pays very well. It's just that the people they work with, they're toxic. People they work with, they're toxic. So because of that, they are emotionally drained, emotionally overwhelmed every day. Once they remember that they are going back to that office, you see the problem. They are tired. They get mad. They just don't want to go. Talking about toxic people, and signs of emotional abuse. So when you see some of them, when someone is overly controlling and demanding, they may be emotionally abusive. Emotionally abusive. When someone is what? Demanding, they are overly controlling. Look at it, just look at it properly. Emotionally, they'll be abusive. They'll be abusing you emotionally. Because all of the things that we said already, criticism, constant criticism, belittling you, insulting you, all of that because of what? They're overly controlling. Because maybe they they have a better job than yours, or maybe they're making more money than you, or maybe they came from a better home. A better home, what I mean by that is maybe their parents they got money, they are rich. So because of that, they will try to intimidate you all the time. They show it in your face just to let you know that you're not supposed to be there. You're not worthy to be with them. Okay? Other signs, what other ways do you know abusers use against their victims emotionally? What other ways? When you look at it, you see that when someone is manipulating, when someone is they they try to manipulate you by using guilt. They they make you feel guilty. They make you to become fearful. They use intimidating tactics. Okay, look at it properly. That person is emotionally abusive. They make you to feel guilty when they ask you, like what we discussed last week. When they ask you for a favor and you are not in the position to render that favor, they make you to feel guilty for not doing it. They make you to be fearful. It might be a manager at your workplace. All the time is keep on threatening you all the time, keep on threatening you. Every little thing he threatening you that you're gonna be sacked. You're gonna go back to where you come from. Because they do what? They make you to be fearful all the time. Once you're in fearful, they use intimidating all these intimidation tactics. They start intimidating you because now they've already manipulated you emotionally. They're using you emotionally. You're afraid. If you don't really understand that maybe it's emotional abuse, you can see that you start making a lot of mistakes at work. Start making a lot of mistakes in what you're doing. As you are making mistakes, they capitalize on that. They criticizing you big time. They'll start working on you. Okay. You see them, that's when they will start doing what is they start discrediting your feelings, your experiences, making you doubt your own perceptions. Things that I don't know. You are the one, you got the job in that office. You know your credentials, you know your capability. But because you're working with toxic people, maybe your manager is a toxic individual. Now you start doing what? You start doubting yourself because they're already discrediting your feelings. All the experiences that you got, they start making you feel that maybe you didn't get nothing. You don't even know what you're doing. You start doubting yourself. Things that you know how to do, things that you've been doing from maybe your previous job. Now you're feeling fearful. You don't even know what to do. When they ask you to do something, you can't do it anymore because you're afraid. That's because of psychological and emotional abuse. That's what's happening. And then when you come out, maybe you're discussing with somebody, but I don't know what happened to me, but I don't know. It's something that I know how to do, but I can't do it anymore. What happened? It's not that what happened, it's just that you are fearful. Psychologically, they'll drain you. That's what happens. Toxic people, that's the way they would do. They manipulate you and they intimidate you just to make sure that they take control of you. Don't forget that all the time, if someone is always, all the time threatening you with physical and emotional harm, they're threatening you every time that they will beat you up. Whatever you do, they will beat you up. They're gonna harm you physically. Every time they keep on threatening you. A little thing they would say you that they were gonna beat you up. You're in a relationship with this person. What do you think is gonna happen? What happens? You become fearful. You're gonna be fearful. You're gonna be fearful. And once you're afraid, they love when you're afraid. They love when you are afraid. Because once they show that sign of fearful, they always capitalize on that. They take control of it immediately, straight away. And that's when they will do what? They will enter you properly to manipulate you well. Then they start their intimidation tactics. They start their intimidation tactics to the extent that you start avoiding them. You start avoiding them. When you see them coming, you run away. You start avoiding them. Because of what? They want to be in control. They want to be in control. And you can see it's not only adults, it happens to kids as well. You see some kids in school because they have that toxic behavior in them. You see that they will do what all the time. They start intimidating other kids. They keep on like manipulating other kids. You see the kids, some other kids, when they see them, they start running away. They are start avoiding them because of what they start bullying other kids. Because of those toxic behavior that they got. So if you bring that into relationship, that's what happened as well. It's what's happened. And don't forget that once you get to that stage that they've done all these things, they did everything they want to do, they manipulate you and intimidate you. Understand? And then when you approach them or when you confront them, they will start to, they try to avoid, the question, or they try to, they don't want to take a responsibility for their actions or blames. They don't want to take responsibility for anything. Then they try to push it back to you. They start blaming you for everything that goes wrong in that relationship. That kind of person is emotionally abusive. Abusive. You understand? So it's important to remember that emotional abuse is not your fault. Remember that. It's not your fault. that you are in a relationship, that someone is taking advantage of you, is abusing you. Remember that at the beginning, there are ways that they do normally do that. They will try to manipulate you. Okay. Once they manipulate you, just to do what? To bring down your wings, just to make you be what? You're going to be weak. Then they'll make you fearful. As you're fearful, they will intimidate you and take control of everything. They take control of that relationship. It's not your fault. The only problem is that maybe you didn't know that this person is toxic. And you didn't know that this person is manipulative. You didn't know that this person is working on you emotionally. Do you understand? So don't take the blame or start blaming yourself that is your fault. It's not your fault. The only thing that you have to know is that you deserve to be in a healthy and respectful relationship. You deserve to be there. You deserve a healthy and respectful relationship. Most thing, what people don't really get is that most times you forget that you deserve respect. You forget that you deserve respect. I don't know why people really know that. You're supposed to remember that you deserve respect. Deserve respect. Okay. And before, let me not forget this. Okay. I would like to tell you this. How can you protect yourself from this kind of person? I'm just going to, because you're running rounding up. I would like us to like touch that. How can you protect yourself from this kind of person? You've seen yourself in this kind of relationship. You've seen yourself that you've been with this toxic friends, or you've seen yourself that you're working with toxic people in your workplace. They are all toxic people. The way they try to manipulate and do everything. You're asking yourself then, what will I do? How can I protect myself from this kind of people? How can I protect myself from this kind of person? Don't be afraid. Don't. Don't be afraid. Because I'm just gonna like point out few things. Okay, things that maybe strategies, or maybe you got to have to like, you claim and then reclaim your inner light. You reclaim yourself. You just like take back control of your life. First of all, recognize the red flags. Recognize it. Now that you know, recognize the red flags, the signs, those signs of emotional abuse. Recognize it. You know that that is it. Now you know that, yeah, this is what is happening to me. This is what these people are doing. They are toxic people, and they are working on, maybe they are abusing me emotionally. Now that you know that they're abusing you emotionally, to protect yourself, it's important to be able to identify toxic behavior. Now you identify those behaviors, you identify the lack of respect. Okay. Next thing you have to do is do what? Set boundaries. Set boundaries. What does that mean? Set boundaries. Don't give them the opportunity to do that again to you. Don't give them opportunity to do that again to you. You understand what I mean? Get your self-respect again. Believe in yourself and start working on yourself. When that person is trying to, because they normally come around when people are not, maybe they just come around just to do what they normally do. Walk away. Don't give them the opportunity to do that again. Just walk away. Okay? Trust your intuition. Just trust yourself. Recognize when someone is actually detrimental to your well-being. Once that person is trying to do what, because they want to do what they want to do, intimidate you. They want to humiliate you. They want to belittle you. They want to bring you down in front of people. Walk away. Don't give them the opportunity. Just walk away from there. Because if you start exchanging words with them, or if you try to, you know, give them the opportunity, or try to like, I don't know, if you want to claim the victim, they will overwhelm you. They will just try take away action, take it, because that's what they want. That's what toxic person wants. Once you claim victim, they will jump on you. Set boundaries. Set boundaries. Just walk away. If you're in a situation where you cannot walk away, Communicate with them. Talk to them straight away. Don't get afraid. Talk to them directly. Tell them that what they are doing is not right, that you will not accept it anymore. Stop what you are doing. I will not accept it. I know what you're doing. Stop doing it anymore. I will not accept it anymore. Okay? Stop. Let them understand that you already know their tactics, you know all their all the things that they do. Okay? Then get away from there. Straight away. Get away from there. If you cannot get away, stand for yourself. Stand up. Stand for yourself. And that thing you have to do in order for you to protect yourself from toxic people or toxic individuals. Surround yourself with positive people. Surround yourself with positive people. To counter the negativity, fill your life with positive influences. Seek out supportive friends. Talk to your friends, people that you know that they can help you, people that can talk to you, people that can listen to you. Talk to your friends. If you got mentors, people that you look up to, talk to them. Let them know what is happening to you. This is happening to me in my relationship. This is happening to me at my workplace. What do you think I can do? What do you any idea what I can do? Let them talk to them. Online communities, if you go, maybe if you are in a group that you know where you can ask questions and you need advice or you need counsel, do that. Just make sure that you surround yourself with positive people, people that will inspire you, people that will lift you up, uplift you. You understand? Surround yourself with people who genuinely care about your growth and happiness, people that who genuinely want they want you to be happy. You understand? They want you to be happy. Surround yourself with those kind of people. Okay? That's the way you can get away from this kind of people. Because if you dwell in that victimhood, okay, you always you want them to feel that you're the victim. You want them to know that you're being hurt. You want them to know that what they are doing to you is not is affecting you emotionally, is affecting you physically, all those kind of things. And then they will take advantage of that to do it more and more. Okay. So all you have to do, get away from that. Get away from that relationship. Or if you can't, if you cannot, if it's a workplace, if you cannot change job, then try to set boundaries. Set boundaries. Set boundaries. Because toxic people, they will affect you emotionally, they affect you physically, they will affect your emotional being, the well-being. They will because what people don't really understand is that you need to protect your emotional health. You need to protect your emotional health. Many people that are sick today, you see a lot of people that are being sick, is because of emotionally, they have inside of them emotionally, they are drained. They are being emotionally worked up. They have been emotionally damaged. And once you're emotionally damaged, it will come out in the physical, it come out in your body. You start having some niggles, you start having some diseases that you don't know how it came from. You understand? So by implementing all these strategies, all the things that we discuss, you can shield yourself from toxic people and create a life filled with positivity and growth. Surround yourself with positive people. And don't forget that you have power. You have power to protect your well-being. You are the only one that can protect yourself. Your physical health, your well-being, your mindset, you are the only one that can do that. Nobody can do it for you. So once you recognize any of these warning signs of emotional abuse in your relationship or at your workplace, is essential, is crucial to seek help and support. You can go to the top manager and report the person. If it's a relationship, maybe a relationship, your husband or your wife, and you notice this kind of sign of the emotional abuse, You can talk to their parents, or you can talk to anybody that they can listen to. Or once you try to confront the person and communicate with them and they don't want to listen, seek other ways. Understand? But first of all, make sure that you recognize that this is what is happening to you. Because you don't have to suffer in silence. You don't have to suffer in silence. You don't have to suffer in silence. I normally say that you have the right to be treated with respect and kindness. You have the right. It's your right to be treated with respect and kindness. That's why we're going to stop this evening. And if you're with us to this time, I would like to say thank you. Those that call, those that watching with from us as well. Okay, please try to share this program and share the contact. Okay, and I appreciate if you can do that. On that note, we'll stop in this evening, and I will see you guys again next week. And if this live session empower you, if impacted you knowledgeably, or if you, I don't know, what I'm trying to say is that if this live program empower yourself with knowledge and tools to identify emotional abuse, once you got everything that we discussed this evening, once you follow most of the stuff that we discussed, you know, the most important thing is for you to take control of your life and protect your well-being. That's all I have to tell you. And then I'll see you next week, Friday, if God tarries. Good evening and have a lovely weekend.